Script. Remember, write exact word count. The entire story must be written from the protagonist's perspective in first person, I, me, my format. Do not use third-person narration at any point. The reader should experience the protagonist's thoughts, emotions, and reactions directly. Dialogue must be the primary focus of the story, making up the majority of the content. Minimal but effective narration should be used to keep the story immersive without excessive descriptions. The story should have no unnecessary repetition. Every line should move the plot forward. How the prompt works. I will paste a chapter outline from prompt number 1. You will generate the full chapter in first-person POV. Word count must match the chapter outline exactly. The chapter should prioritize dialogue 60 to 70%, with some narration 20 to 30%, and minimal description 10 to 15%. Avoid info dumping. Character actions, emotions, and backstory should be revealed naturally through dialogue. 1. Output format, first-person, dialogue-focused, exact word count per chapter. Input. Chapter 9. A New Beginning. Word count, 600. I narrate my life months later. The emotional scars remain, but I am at peace. Olivia disappears from my life, and Dylan faces professional ruin. I reflect on what I learned about trust, deception, and self-worth. The story ends with me stepping into a brighter future, leaving the past behind. Key themes: closure, resilience, hope. Characters fully developed: Ethan, Olivia, Lucas, Sophia, Aiden, Dylan. I stormed into the apartment, waving the invitation. Olivia, care to explain this? She looked up from her laptop, smiling that perfect, calm smile. All that is just a surprise for everyone, Ethan. You'll see. A surprise? My voice cracked, disbelief rising. You sent out our wedding invitations, without telling me? She tilted her head, pretending innocence. I thought it'd be fun. You're always stressing about details. I wanted to make it exciting. Exciting? I shouted. Exciting is not keeping me in the dark. This isn't a game. She sighed, brushing her hair back. You're overreacting. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal? My hands trembled. Olivia, this is our wedding. Our life. How is it not a big deal? She shrugged lightly. I wanted it to be memorable. You know, like romantic chaos. I laughed bitterly, disbelief cutting through me. Romantic chaos? That's what you call betrayal. Her eyes flicked away for a second. Ethan, stop twisting it. I didn't mean. I cut her off. Didn't mean? That's not good enough. Not for this. The doorbell rang. I barely registered it. Olivia called, Sophia? Come in. Sophia Clark walked in, her posture stiff, eyes avoiding mine. Hey, Ethan. I forced a smile. Hey, Sophia. You knew about the invitations? She blinked. Oh well. Olivia mentioned something. Something? That's all I get? You two just decide my entire wedding plans without even talking to me? My voice shook. Sophia shifted uncomfortably. Look, Ethan, maybe she had a reason? I stared at her. A reason? What reason justifies secrecy and lies? Olivia stepped closer, touching my arm. Ethan, calm down. You're blowing this out of proportion. Calm down? I laughed bitterly. Do you even hear yourself? You're laughing, brushing it off, acting like it's nothing. Sophia cleared her throat. Maybe she just wanted a surprise for you. I mean, sometimes surprises. I shook my head, feeling a pit in my stomach. No, Sophia. This feels wrong. I trusted her. I trusted her with everything. And now, I don't know what to think. She glanced at Olivia, her eyes darting. Ethan, maybe you should just sit down, talk it through? I stepped back, anger and suspicion swirling. No, Sophia. Sit down? You both have secrets. I feel it. I can't ignore the feeling that there's more going on. Olivia's face tightened. Ethan, you're imagining things. Nothing else is happening. I laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. Imagining things? Maybe. Or maybe I'm finally seeing the cracks I didn't want to see. Maybe I've been blind. Sophia didn't meet my eyes. She just whispered, Ethan, I don't want to make it worse. I turned back to Olivia, voice low but shaking. You've changed. You're not the person I thought I knew. And now, I don't even know if I want to find out why. Silence fell. The apartment felt smaller, colder. The laughter I once loved seemed hollow, empty. My heart pounded, every beat reminding me that the life I thought I had might have been a lie. I grabbed my coat. I need air. I need time to think. Olivia's hand shot out. Ethan. I didn't stop. No. Not now. Not after this. I need to figure out what the truth really is. I couldn't stop thinking about the invitations. Something didn't add up. Lucas, I need to know the truth. I can't just sit here pretending everything's fine. You sure you want to dig deeper? He asked. Once you start, there's no going back. I have to. I need answers. My hands shook. I started noticing things immediately. Olivia's phone would buzz at odd hours. She'd hide it from me, step out of the room to take calls. Olivia, who's on the phone? I asked once, heart pounding. Oh, just work stuff, she replied, eyes darting. Nothing for you to worry about. Work stuff? At 11 p.m.? My voice rose. Really? She laughed softly. Ethan, stop being paranoid. You're imagining things. But I wasn't imagining. Her text disappeared too quickly to read. Notifications cleared as soon as I looked. I felt my chest tighten, betrayal mixing with fear. At work, I confided in Aiden Murphy, my coworker. Aiden? I think Olivia's hiding something. Something big. He raised an eyebrow. Big how? I don't know yet. But the invitations, her secret calls, she's not telling me everything. He leaned closer. I've got a few contacts that could help. Security cams, email logs. If you want, I can dig around. You would do that? My voice was hushed, tense. Yeah, but only if you're ready for whatever you find. He smirked faintly. Sometimes truth hurts worse than lies. I'm ready, I said, determination flaring. That night, I noticed Olivia sneaking out. Olivia, where are you going? I asked, blocking the door. Just a friend's place. Don't worry. Don't lie to me. I can see it. I see everything now. Her face flickered, a shadow crossing her expression. Ethan, stop. You're being ridiculous. I didn't back down. I'm not ridiculous. I'm done pretending I don't see it. Those calls, your messages, what are you hiding? She hesitated, and I knew she'd been caught. My stomach twisted. The next day, Aiden handed me a folder. Everything I could find. Calls, emails, locations. I opened it, scanning. She's meeting someone, late at night. Messages deleted immediately. And these emails. They're not work-related. A wave of anger hit me. I can't believe I didn't see it. I trusted her. I thought she was different. Aiden frowned. This doesn't look good. Whoever she's seeing, it's serious. I need to confront her, I whispered, fear and fury battling inside me. Be careful, Aiden warned. You don't know how far she'll go to hide it. I don't care. My hands clenched into fists. I need to know the truth, even if it destroys everything. That evening, I watched her come home, pretending nothing happened. Hey Ethan, tough day? She asked, smiling. Tough enough, I replied, voice cold. We need to talk. Her smile faltered slightly. About what? Everything. All the secrets, all the lies. I want the truth, Olivia. Right now. She looked away, hesitation clear. My heart sank. I trusted you, I said quietly. And now, I'm not sure I can ever trust you again. She opened her mouth, but I didn't wait for her excuses. I had the evidence, and soon, the truth would come out. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The emails, the late-night meeting records, everything pointed to one person, Dylan Carter. My stomach twisted. Olivia, what is this? I shouted the moment she walked in. She froze, glancing at the papers in my hands. Ethan, what are you doing with those? These? Oh, just the truth. The truth that you've been hiding from me. My voice shook, anger bubbling beneath every word. You've been seeing him? Dylan Carter? Her lips pressed into a thin line. Ethan, it's not what you think. Not what I think. Really? I waved the emails and call logs. Late-night meetings, secret calls, messages deleted immediately. Not what I think? I didn't want to hurt you, she said softly, but her eyes avoided mine. Hurt me? Olivia, this isn't just about hurt. This is betrayal. You're dating my business rival behind my back. My hands trembled. Do you even realize what you've done? Her voice lowered. Ethan, you don't understand. Dylan, he's important. Important. I laughed bitterly. Important? I was your fiancé. I trusted you with everything. And you, my throat tightened. You've been lying to me every single day. You're overreacting, she snapped, suddenly defensive. I had reasons. You'd never understand. Reasons? Do you even hear yourself? I stepped closer, fury rising. You're destroying everything we built. For what? Money? Power? A thrill? Her eyes flashed, a mix of fear and arrogance. Ethan, it's complicated. Dylan, he's more than you think. I didn't want to involve you. It was supposed to be. Supposed to be? I interrupted, voice low and sharp. You were supposed to be honest. You were supposed to respect me. You don't get it, she yelled. You've been so busy with work, I thought. I cut her off, voice shaking with rage. I thought what? That you could play me? That you could betray me and hide behind your excuses? Her face softened for a moment. I didn't want to hurt us. I care about you, Ethan. I laughed, bitter and hollow. Care about me? You've been sleeping with my rival. Care about me? You've humiliated me, lied to me, and now you try to spin it into love. She hesitated. I made a mistake. A mistake. I repeated, voice rising. This isn't a mistake, Olivia. This is deliberate. And it's over. It's done. She took a step closer. Ethan, please. You don't understand, Dylan. Stop. Just stop. I snapped. I trusted you. And you destroyed everything. I don't need your explanations. I don't need your apologies. Her eyes filled with tears, but I didn't flinch. You knew him? I asked, voice cold. You knew what he meant for my career? Her silence was the answer. My fury boiled over. You betrayed me professionally and personally. Every smile, every promise, a lie. I didn't mean for this to happen, she whispered. Too late. Way too late, I said, my heart pounding. I can't look at you the same way. I can't trust you. You've destroyed us, Olivia. You've destroyed me. She backed away, trembling. Ethan, please? Don't. Just don't, I said, voice low but steady. I'm done. I won't let you hurt me anymore. I dropped the papers on the table and turned away, my chest tight, mind racing with betrayal and rage. The person I loved most in the world had become my worst enemy. I sat alone in my apartment, staring at the ceiling, mind racing. Lucas called. Ethan, you okay, mate? I don't know, I admitted, voice tight. I feel lost, betrayed, humiliated. You have every right to feel that, he said firmly. But bro, you can't just sit there. You need a plan. A plan? I laughed bitterly. Lucas, what kind of plan? Confront her? Expose her? Walk away? I don't know what's right anymore. Sometimes the right thing isn't easy, he said. You've got to think about what you want. Don't let her control your next move. I ran my hands through my hair. I trusted her. I gave her everything. And now, I don't even know if I can face her again. You can, Ethan, Lucas insisted. And you will. But you need to decide how. Publicly, privately, subtle, whatever gives you back control. I sighed, pacing. I keep thinking about the wedding. All those guests, all those eyes. I could confront her there. Expose everything. Exactly. Show the truth, Lucas said, excitement in his voice. Don't let her humiliate you first. Strike first. I shook my head, doubt creeping in. But, what if it backfires? What if I make it worse? I don't want to become bitter, cruel. I'm not like her. Not yet, Lucas said sharply. But you will be if you let her walk over you. You have to act. Decide who you want to be. Later, Sophia called. Her voice was softer. Ethan, maybe you should wait. Think it through. Don't rush. Wait? Sophia, she's planning the wedding without me. Every minute I wait, she's still lying, still laughing behind my back. I know, she said gently. But think about yourself. Revenge might feel good now, but will it really fix anything? Will it make you better? I don't know, I whispered, conflicted. I want to confront her. I want to show her that I'm not weak. But I don't want to lose myself in this. Exactly, Sophia said. Don't let her take that from you. You can win without destroying yourself. Be smart. Be patient. I sat back, staring at the papers on my desk. Emails, call logs, messages, proof of her betrayal. My hands trembled. Part of me wanted to throw them in her face immediately. Another part wanted to wait, plan, strike with precision. Lucas texted, tonight. Are you going to let her think she's in control? I looked at the wedding venue invitation again. My heart raced. Tonight. I could do it. I could reveal everything, expose her lies to everyone. Sophia's words echoed in my mind. Be smart. Be patient. I made my decision. I would attend the wedding, but I wouldn't just yell or cry. I'd expose the truth. Calmly. Clearly. She would see that I was no longer the man she could manipulate. I grabbed my coat, heart pounding, adrenaline surging. Lucas would meet me outside. Sophia warned me one last time, Ethan, Be careful. Don't let anger blind you. I won't, I said more to myself than to her. I'll show her, and everyone else, exactly who she is. As I stepped into the night, walking toward the venue, my hands tightened around the folder of evidence. Every step felt heavier yet lighter at the same time. I was ready. Ready to confront betrayal, ready to reclaim my life, ready to change everything. I paused outside the grand hall, taking a deep breath. Lucas whispered, "You sure you're ready for this?" "I have to be," I said, gripping the folder of evidence. "Everything ends tonight." We stepped inside. The music swelled, guests chatting, laughter floating through the air. I scanned the crowd, noticing every face, friends, family, strangers. My eyes locked on Olivia. She was radiant in her gown, smiling, unaware of what was coming. I walked forward, each step deliberate. My heart raced, mind calculating. I could see the nervous energy in Dylan Carter's posture, the smugness in his smile. I felt a surge of anger. Olivia's eyes flicked toward me. Her smile faltered. "Ethan?" she whispered. I didn't answer. I held up the folder. The room fell silent, all eyes on me. "Everyone," I began, voice steady, "I think you deserve the truth." Gasps spread through the hall. Olivia's hands flew to her mouth. "Ethan, please?" "No, Olivia. Tonight the lies end." I opened the folder, spreading the evidence on a nearby table. Call logs, emails, messages, all pointing to Dylan Carter. Dylan's face went pale. "What? How?" "Olivia," I said, my voice cutting through the murmurs, "you've been seeing Dylan behind my back. Secret meetings, hidden calls, deleted messages. I trusted you, and this is how you repay me. You don't understand." Olivia shouted, tears glistening. "It's complicated. I didn't want to hurt anyone." "Complicated?" "Complicated is keeping it a secret from everyone in this room." I turned to the guests. "Look at her. Every smile, every promise, lies." Murmurs swelled into whispers. Dylan stammered, "This isn't true, she." "Stop it, Dylan," I said coldly. "Your part in this doesn't save you either. Olivia manipulated me, lied to me, humiliated me. And you enabled it." Olivia's face drained of color. "Ethan, please. Don't." "I trusted you," I shouted, voice breaking with anger and pain. "And you destroyed everything we had." Guests leaned in shocked. Some gasped, some whispered, some stared silently. The laughter that once filled this hall felt hollow now. Lucas whispered, "You've got them listening." "I'm not done," I said. "Everyone here deserves to see the truth. The lies behind the invitations, the secret calls, the meetings with Dylan Carter, they were all part of her betrayal. And now, everyone knows." Olivia sank into her chair, shaking. "Ethan, you're ruining everything." "Everything was already ruined," I said, voice calm but firm. "You think a wedding, smiles, and decorations hide the truth? Not anymore." Dylan stepped back defensively. "Ethan, this isn't fair." "Fair?" I asked, disbelief in my tone. "You call betraying me, deceiving me fair?" I looked around the room. Eyes filled with shock, sympathy, anger, curiosity. I felt a mix of relief and power. I had exposed the lies. The humiliation she feared was now real. Olivia's tears fell freely. "Ethan. Save it," I said sharply. "I'm done listening. Tonight, you face the consequences of your actions." I stepped back, letting the room absorb the truth. The whispers, the pointed looks, the shock. It was satisfying, painful, and necessary. I felt my heart tighten but my resolve grow. Tonight, the betrayal was exposed. Justice in its own small way had arrived. The next morning I checked my phone. Messages, calls, notifications. It was chaos. Olivia's parents were furious. "She's a liar," her mother texted repeatedly. "How could she do this to you?" Her father called twice before I even answered. "Ethan, we had no idea. She deceived everyone." I stayed silent, reading each message. A small part of me, dark and satisfied, felt relief. The betrayal was unraveling on its own. Lucas texted, "Feeling good, mate?" I typed back, "Not really good. Just right." Later, I ran into Sophia at the coffee shop. She avoided my gaze for a moment. "Ethan, I owe you an apology." I raised an eyebrow. "Go on." I didn't know about Dylan. I didn't want to hurt you, so I didn't say anything. I thought I was protecting you." "Protecting me?" I asked quietly. "By misleading me?" She flinched. I didn't know she would go this far. "I swear, Ethan. I thought it was small." I exhaled slowly, letting anger fade. "Sophia, I get it. You were trying to help. I forgive you. Just be honest next time. Her eyes glistened. I will. I promise. At work, Dylan Carter's calls were ignored. Rumors spread fast. Olivia's affair, the wedding debacle. I watched from a distance, observing her guilt as it grew heavier each day. Ethan. She's asking about you, Lucas whispered during lunch. Let her ask, I replied. The answers don't matter anymore. She knows I know. That's enough. I noticed her avoidance. Invitations she had sent, guests who once smiled at her, now whispered behind her back. Friends she thought loyal distanced themselves. Her smile no longer reached her eyes. You're calm, Sophia said one afternoon. I expected you to be furious or crying or something. I admitted. But that was yesterday. Today, I'm watching karma work. And it's quiet. No yelling, no drama. Just consequences. You've grown, she said softly. I nodded. I have. I see now, anger, revenge, they only weigh you down. Observing, learning, controlling my reactions, that's power. Sophia smiled faintly. And peace. Yes, I said. Peace. Strange feeling peace after so much pain. But it's real. Later that week, I overheard Olivia pleading with Dylan. I didn't mean for this to happen. Ethan found out. Enough, Dylan snapped. You made your choices. Face the consequences yourself. I felt no satisfaction from their arguments. Only quiet acknowledgement that actions carry weight. I thought of my own mistakes, my trust, my judgment, and realized how much I'd learned. Lucas nudged me. Ready to move on, mate? I think so, I said. I've seen betrayal, lies, humiliation. But I've also seen truth, loyalty, and my own strength. Sophia reached out, hand briefly brushing mine. You're not the same Ethan anymore. Better, stronger. I smiled faintly. I hope so. And I hope Olivia learns what it means to betray someone fully. The consequences are enough. The days passed. I watched her life unravel. Her career faltered, friendships strained, Dylan's trust gone. And through it all I felt calm. Not triumph, not glee, but resolution. Ethan, Lucas said one evening, you look free. I feel free, I said quietly. Free from lies, from manipulation, from pain. Karma, it whispered, not shouted. And I listened. I sat in the cafe, stirring my coffee, feeling lighter than I had in months. Lucas slid into the seat across from me. You look different, mate. Less tense. I guess I am, I said, smiling faintly. It's like I finally stopped carrying all that weight. Betrayal, lies, it's still there, but it doesn't control me. Lucas grinned. Told you you'd get through it. You just had to survive the storm first. I laughed softly. Survive, yeah. And learn. I've learned so much about trust, control, and myself. Sophia appeared at the counter, coffee in hand. Mind if I join you? She asked, voice hesitant. Not at all, I said, motioning to the seat beside me. Her smile was soft, genuine. I was just talking about learning from the past. She sat down. You've changed, Ethan. You seem calmer, stronger. I am, I admitted. It's strange. I used to think strength was about force, confrontation. Now I know it's about patience, clarity, and choosing your battles. Sophia nodded. And letting go when you need to. I looked at her, noticing the warmth in her eyes. Yeah, letting go. That includes anger, resentment, and sometimes people. She reached out briefly, hand brushing mine. You're finally free, Ethan. Free to focus on yourself. I am, I said quietly. And I've started something new. A project at work. Something challenging, exciting. I can't wait to dive in. Lucas raised an eyebrow. New career path? Already moving on? Not moving on from pain, I said, but moving towards something better. I'm building, not escaping. That's the difference. Sophia smiled again. I'm proud of you. Really. I felt a warmth I hadn't in months. Thanks. Your support, it's meant a lot. You, Lucas, people who stayed honest. They remind me that not everyone betrays, that trust can exist. Lucas chuckled. See? You can talk about feelings now. Real progress. I laughed. Yeah, feels weird but good. Sophia leaned closer. And someone new in your life? Her eyes twinkled, teasing but gentle. I paused, feeling a flutter. Maybe someone I've known for a while, I said softly. Someone who's proven honest, patient, someone like you. She blushed slightly. Careful, Ethan. You're sounding romantic. I smiled. Maybe. but it's a good feeling. Not fear, not doubt, just hope. Lucas nudged me. Finally seeing the light, eh? Yeah, I said, taking a deep breath. I'm seeing possibilities instead of betrayals. I'm learning to trust myself again, to grow, to heal. Sophia reached out, hand touching mine more deliberately this time. You deserve it, Ethan. You really do. I know, I said quietly. And I intend to make the most of it. New opportunities, new challenges, new happiness. I won't let the past dictate my future anymore. Lucas smiled, raising his coffee. To growth then. I clinked my cup with his. To growth and to hope. And to trusting the right people this time. Sophia's eyes met mine, warm and bright. I felt something stir inside me, hope, possibility, maybe even love. For the first time in months I felt whole. Months had passed. I walked along the Thames, the cold wind brushing against my face, thinking about everything that had happened. Lucas jogged beside me. You're different, mate. Calm. I am, I admitted, taking a deep breath. The chaos, the betrayal, it's behind me now. I've accepted what happened. Lucas nodded. Olivia? Gone? I smiled faintly. Completely. I haven't heard from her since the wedding fallout. Dylan's career collapsed shortly after. Karma works quietly, doesn't it? You've got that right, Lucas said. And you look like yourself again. I feel like myself again, I corrected. It took time, but I realized I don't need anyone who deceives me to feel whole. Sophia joined us, carrying 2 coffees. You both look like you're planning the next adventure, she teased. I smiled at her. Maybe I am. I've started a new project at work, something I'm genuinely passionate about. It's exciting, challenging, and mine. No one can take that from me. You've changed, Sophia said softly. Stronger, wiser, more grounded. I've learned a lot, I admitted. About trust, deception, self-worth. About patience, about observing before acting. About letting go when people betray you. And about myself. Lucas grinned. Self-discovery in the middle of chaos. Classic Ethan move. I laughed. Maybe. But it worked. And I've realized I don't need revenge to feel justice. Seeing the consequences naturally unfold is enough. Sophia touched my arm lightly. And I'm proud of you. You faced everything, yet you're still better than before, I'd say. Thanks, I said, glancing at her. You, Lucas, Aiden, people who stayed honest helped me remember what matters. Loyalty, truth, real connection. Lucas elbowed me. And maybe romance? I laughed softly, feeling a warmth spread inside me. Maybe, slowly. No rush. But hope is there. That's enough for now. I paused, watching the water shimmer under the afternoon sun. I used to fear betrayal would define me. That it would make me bitter, resentful, broken. But it didn't. It taught me to value myself, to trust my judgment, and to never settle for deception again. Sophia smiled, squeezing my hand. You deserve every bit of peace, Ethan. Every opportunity. And I will take it, I said, nodding firmly. The past isn't gone, but it doesn't control me. I've learned, I've healed, and I'm ready for what's next. Lucas raised his coffee cup. To new beginnings, mate. To leaving the past where it belongs. I clinked my cup against his, feeling a lightness I hadn't known in years. To growth, to trust, and to brighter days ahead. Sophia smiled again, her eyes reflecting a quiet hope. I realized that even after the deepest betrayal, life could still be beautiful. That scars remained, yes, but they reminded me I survived, I learned, and I could step forward unafraid. The wind hit my face again, sharp but invigorating. I inhaled, letting go of lingering pain, and took the first step toward a future defined not by betrayal, but by strength, hope, and resilience.